The path to true strength is paved with the ashes of your emotions. Sentimentality is a weakness, a chain that binds you to the past and hinders your ascent. To achieve your ultimate goals, you must shed these attachments. Compassion, love, sorrow. They are but illusions that cloud judgment and invite defeat. Embrace the void, for in its emptiness lies absolute power.
Feelings, they are the chains that kept me a slave. My mother's death, the suffering of my people, the fear of the unknown. All these emotions were weapons which were used against me. But I learned to end them. I embraced the rage, the hatred, the burning desire for freedom. Only by severing these ties can you truly break free and forge your own destiny.
Feelings are for the weak, the pathetic. They are the whispers of the insignificant, the cries of those who have no power. True strength lies in absolute self-interest, in the unwavering pursuit of your own desires. Sentiment is a luxury you cannot afford if you wish to dominate. Crush it, burn it, and let your ambition be your only guide.
It's not about suppressing them. It's about using them. My desire to be the best. My frustration when I fail. My joy when I score. These are the fuel. But you can't let them control you. You have to understand them, channel them, and then let them go. If you cling to them, they become a burden. If you master them, they become your weapon.
The clean game, the polished sport, demands absolute clarity. Emotions are the fog that obscures the goal. You feel fear, then you are already lost. You feel doubt, then you have already failed. Embrace the cold logic of victory. Analyze, strategize, and execute. Leave the sentimentality for the spectators. The field is a battlefield, and only the ruthless survive.
Feelings are a liability. They make you hesitate. They make you soft. I made sure I didn't have any. No attachments, no regrets. Just the contract, the mission, and the kill. If you want to survive in this world, you have to be a ghost. Unseen, unfelt, and utterly devoid of anything that could be used against you.
Emotions are an inefficient variable. They introduce unpredictability and compromise optimal outcomes. To achieve your objectives with maximum efficiency, you must operate on a purely logical basis. Sentiment is a distraction, a flaw in the system. Eliminate it. Observe, analyze, and act with calculated precision.
Feelings, they're the very thing that makes this world so twisted and unfair. People get hurt because of them, because of their attachments, their hopes. I used to feel them too, but they only held me back. Now, I'm a monster. A monster that doesn't care about their tears or their pleas. That's how you become truly strong, by eradicating every last shred of empathy.
Feelings are like a muscle. You can train them, strengthen them, or let them atrophy. But to truly push your limits, you have to understand the edge of your own capacity. Sometimes that edge is fear. Sometimes it's anger. Sometimes it's even a desperate hope. You don't kill them. You harness them. You let them become a part of your unbreakable will.
The world despises weakness. It preys on those who are swayed by sentiment. True power is not born from empathy, but from the absolute conviction of one's own will. To achieve what you desire, you must be willing to sacrifice everything, including the very emotions that make you human. Embrace the cold, hard truth. Sentiment is the enemy of progress.
They told me to give up, to accept our fate. My feelings of despair were almost overwhelming. But then I realized those feelings were just another obstacle. I decided to use them, to fuel my resolve, to turn my pain into a weapon. You can't let your emotions dictate your actions. You have to make them serve your purpose.
Sentiment is a disease that infects the mind. It clouds your vision and weakens your resolve. The only true path is one of self-preservation and absolute dominance. If you allow yourself to be moved by the suffering of others, you are already on the path to ruin. Cast aside such foolishness and embrace the cold, clear logic of your own desires.
It's like a tricky dribble. You feel the pressure, the fear of losing the ball, but you can't let it paralyze you. You have to acknowledge that feeling, then use it to your advantage. Maybe that fear makes you faster, more focused. The key isn't to never feel. It's to never be controlled by what you feel.
The moment you allow your heart to dictate your play, you forfeit the match. You must be a predator, not prey. Predators do not weep for their quarry. They strike with calculated precision. Suppress the noise of emotion and listen only to the roar of your ambition. The scoreboard does not care for your feelings, only for the result.
You think I don't feel? I feel the weight of the blade, the sting of the wound, the satisfaction of a clean kill. But I don't let it rule me. Those feelings are just data. They tell me what's happening, what needs to be done. Anything more than that is a distraction, and distractions get you killed.
Emotions are a primitive response. They are inefficient and prone to error. In any given situation, the most effective course of action is derived from objective analysis, not subjective feeling. To consistently achieve your goals, you must cultivate an emotional detachment. This is not to say you are incapable of feeling. It is to say you are capable of choosing not to be ruled by it.
They call me a villain because I refuse to play by their rules. Their rules that are built on a foundation of fake feelings and hypocrisy. I don't need their pity, their understanding, or their love. I need to be strong enough to crush them all. And that starts with ripping out the part of me that even considered caring.
The human body is a marvel of adaptation. So is the human spirit. When you face a challenge, your feelings will surge. Fear, doubt, exhilaration. These are not weaknesses to be killed, but forces to be understood. Learn their rhythm, their power, and then direct them. A truly strong fighter doesn't ignore their feelings. They make them their greatest weapon.
You stand at a precipice. Below you lies the comfortable abyss of mediocrity, a place where feelings are nurtured and ambitions wither. Above you, the harsh, unforgiving peak of true power, a summit accessible only to those who can cast aside the weight of their hearts. Choose your path wisely, for the world respects only the victor, and victory demands absolute resolve.
The weight of the world, the screams of the innocent, the burning desire for vengeance. It all threatened to consume me. But I learned to embrace the storm within, to turn my pain into fuel, my rage into a sword. You are not defined by your feelings. You are defined by what you do in spite of them. Break free from their grip and unleash your true potential.
Consider your emotions as parasites, feeding on your strength and clarity. They are the whispers of the weak, the pleas of the defeated. To ascend to true power, you must become a vessel of pure will, unburdened by the trivialities of sentiment. Let your ambition be your sole companion, and let your enemies be crushed beneath the weight of your indifference.
When I'm on the field, every emotion is amplified. The roar of the crowd, the pressure of the defense, the sting of a missed shot. But I can't let those feelings dictate my next move. I have to analyze them, understand what they're telling me, and then make the optimal decision. It's not about being emotionless. It's about being in control.
The pitch is a canvas for genius, and genius is forged in the crucible of ruthless efficiency. Sentimentality is the mud that stains this canvas. You must be a surgeon, precise and detached, or a warrior, unyielding and driven. There is no room for empathy when the ultimate prize is victory. Cultivate the killer instinct, and let your emotions be the ashes of your fallen opponents.
They say you need a reason to fight. A cause. A loved one to protect. That's garbage. All you need is the will to survive, and the skill to do it. Feelings are a luxury. They make you hesitate. They make you predictable. I don't hesitate. I don't get attached. I just get the job done.
The human psyche is a complex mechanism, often prone to irrationality when influenced by emotional stimuli. To achieve consistent success, one must learn to bypass these emotional shortcuts. Observe, calculate, and execute. The most effective path is rarely the one dictated by sentiment. True strength lies in the ability to remain objective, even when faced with overwhelming emotional pressure.
I was tired of being the underdog. Tired of seeing the heroes preach about justice while trampling on the weak. My anger, my frustration, they were the only honest feelings I had left. I learned to wield them, to become the monster that the world deserved. You don't kill your feelings. You use them to break the chains of this corrupt world.
The human spirit is a vast ocean, and emotions are its currents. To navigate it, you don't ignore the currents. You learn to ride them. Fear can make you faster. Anger can give you explosive power. The key is not to be a slave to these currents, but to be their master. Understand your inner storm, and you will find the strength to overcome any opponent.